Okay, friends, let's inoculate some agar. I'll inoculate some jars with agar. So this is actually something I did. These 3 that stalled, there's just a little rust, but it's fine. Should be fine. But they haven't really done much since I inoculated them, so I'm going to take this up a notch and I'm going to be re-inoculating them. But this time, last time I used a liquid culture that I made out of a piece of agar, but I'm a little I don't know, I'm a little impatient, so we're just gonna give them a little something extra. I would have loved to have gone live with this because I feel like I do better on schedule and not recording, but I don't have the number of followers to do that yet. But when I do, I will be doing that. So hopefully you can see everything I am doing here. This is how I like to cut my parafilm. It's because when you have gloves on, it's a little bit hard to peel it off. So I like to just cut it almost to the edge. So this. And I will show you, once we have to cover a plate, I'll show you why that works the best. All right. I'm gonna mix the air with some rubbing alcohol. Not worried about my jars there. They're fine, they're covered. Don't forget to clean your alcohol bottle. Oops. I like to use the inside of the paper towel, which is against the roll, so there's less contamination on it. So not like this, like this. If you're a female, tie your hair back. There's lots of germs that kind of nest in the hair and get caught in there. I'm not wearing a mask. I never do, unless sometimes if I'm working with spores, but rarely. There's a few that I have some sensitivity to, but mostly I don't wear one. Uh-oh, this is the last razor blade. I better get more. I was unprepared. Thought I had some here. All right, just have to get them and grab those. Gonna get this ready. don't need to flame sterilize this because I just opened it. But I will need to flame sterilize it after I use it to cut through this. Well, I just bought this card table and I don't think I'm liking it. It's not very stable or sturdy. I'm just cutting a U shape in this. Works better if I do it with the hot scalpel hot. Cover that with my paper towel that has the alcohol on it. I should have just grabbed a piece of foil. And since I'm going to flame sterilize this, I should probably put a scalpel handle on it because that will hurt. Your agar just to cool it off. Would have liked to have colonized this plate better before I did this, but it's not happening. Cut a wedge. I usually cut around the edge since that is where we usually see contamination. This one came out easy, but I have this other tool in case it hadn't. There's that flap open, so I'm gonna try to just close that flap up a little bit by moving this around a little. See? Now your agar will get stuck to the top when you do that, but that's okay because it's gonna give us a nice little chore of making sure that we mix it around to get it down. It actually didn't that time, it always does though. I'm taping it twice, crossways, one way and one the other way. And here we go. Shake it a lot. I mean, we're just gonna shake this forever, seems like. So I can see it in the bottom, it's not shaking well enough, but I get full colonization in 4 to 5 days doing it this way. Agar. He's like lost in space. I don't see him at the bottom yet, so this is another good reason to leave room in your jars because you want to be able to really get some good tension shaking this. You really can't shake it too much right now. Oh, but I see my guy. And he's not worn down enough for me yet, so I'm gonna keep shaking. Oh, okay, good. We gotta move down a little. I feel like swirling it a little helps with that. Oh, we've achieved it. He's at the bottom. Yay! The reason I like to see him in the bottom like that is because that is the part of the jar that a lot of times you won't see colonization in when you should, you know, when you want to. But I dropped it in the top, so I know the mycelium hit there on the way down. Once it's at the bottom, I know that I've got all bases covered. And I love it if I can see it stuck on the side. That's my favorite. So this baby, he's good to go. So I'm going to lightly cover him with foil, not tightly, lightly. And I'm almost out of foil. Just a little loose hat. So I did this on 6/23 and it should have been fully colonized by now. It didn't. So today is the 30th, I believe. So I'm really looking forward to showing you what this looks like in a few days because it's just gonna be like boom. Clean your dirty hands. Rim the edge of your plate. I like to hold it upside down when I'm doing it, so I'm not letting contaminants in it. And my fingers are on the edge, so I'm cleaning the edges where that contamination will like to find. That's just the dark spots in this are in agar pieces I transferred. So it's fine that fell out because it's colonizing. There we go. This is why I do this with my agar. Now I have a tab to pull it on. Ta-da! It's awesome. And just in case something ever goes wrong, or like when I say wrong, I mean like you could get contamination, or which I don't really have a lot of when I'm inoculating, but you could have mislabeled this at some point and grow something you weren't expecting. So it's good to be able to know what plate that came from. I wish somebody had told me that before when I was new to this. So I'm going to write a note on the back of this that it is an inoculation plate. And I'm going to do what type of, it's an agar transfer. All right, oh, and I got some purple marker right on my, this is actually a chalk marker, but I like it because you can take it off. You need to write more notes. Right. Okay. Clean my area here. looking for my razor blades here really quick so I can have those handy. Oh, snarky colleges, where did you put my tools at? Where did you put my tools? Oh my goodness, was it right here the whole time? And no dang razor blades, like what's going on here? Did an alien come and steal my razor blades? Am I just crazy? Because I thought I had more. Like I knew I bought more. There we go. My vape, I know, it's bad, whatever. I did stop drinking with the help of psychedelics. All right. Oh my gosh, this looks like a box of cigarettes, it's funny. And I always feel like what I'm gonna say is gonna be long and boring. So I'm like, yeah, I don't wanna get on video. But it's in watching these longer videos that people do where you just hear what they're saying, something that comes to mind as they're in that moment, in that process. Those are the things that really will strengthen your mycology skills. Just those little in-betweens. It's usually what you gain from a video isn't even what you went into the video to watch with mycology, and probably with a lot of other things, but that are mechanical, scientific. It's the side comments, the side notes. Like, oh, the reason I'm doing this is this. That is where everything, that's where it's at. Whoops. I've said before that I intentionally do not use the pointy razor blades. I have dropped one of those and had it stick through my dress into my leg. So I do not use those. I use these and I love them and they are awesome. I got these little things, these little like tackle kit things at Dollar Tree, and I love them. They're awesome. You can have your alcohol pads, all the little things that you need really close by. All right. Let's get this second one done, and probably won't say much unless something comes to mind. I need to get my clamp to take off this razor blade. Hopefully I can find that. Okay. You'll find that with my techniques that a lot of what I do goes against what other people share in terms of sterilization, basically everything I feel like. But I'm gonna put these in a pile and I'll make a sharps container later. But all I have to say in response to that is that I grow some damn mushrooms, so don't get contamination. And if I do, it's never because I do things open air or because I do things differently. It's something environmental, like, you know, misting with water from the tap in the summer or the spring, mostly the summer. All right, I will flame sterilize those. I got them. The safest way I have found to put a razor blade on a scalpel is with the blade facing away from you. Make sure you are using the correct blade number. Don't do this with a pointy one. Slip it right on. Don't put your finger over the top. You're holding it on the side. And then until you're ready to use it, just put it like that. You're ready to go.